Hey guys, this is Galactic Marine 501 slash jexamwolfexia, and today I'm here with an update. Yeah, I'm still alive. Actually, I just got back from a trip. I went to Chicago, and I got some Gundam models while I was down there. I went to my favorite store, Too Cool. They have Gundam models there. I got the Destiny 1 to 100th scale. I'm not yet done putting that guy together. Expect a review maybe tomorrow. But I also got 3 models, which I only assembled one of yet, because I'm painting the other 2. I got the Launcher Strike, the Sword Strike, which is my favorite of the 3, and, of course, the Ale Strike. So now after building the strike for myself, I can verify the niceness of the model. And I can also tell you guys like, a little more about this guy, and yeah, he does use more parts from the Ale Strike than I thought. This part here, I believe, is actually part of the original Ale Strike, as are these parts and this part here. And this part from the back here is actually part of the original Ale Strike. However, this part on top is a new part, and you can also see that I gave him some beam sabers, which I haven't painted yet, and opened up armored Schneiders. Um, all Now let's get into the plates. I'm only doing this because of the fact that these are 3 models that are very similar, and this will help you guys maybe warrant purchases. Now, something that I'm not too crazy about, but some of you probably are, these figures. They're 1 to 28th, or no, 1 to 20th figures of Kira Yamato. Now, the Ale Strike comes with this one, which is Kira in his uniform. His, oh god, what is it called? Federation uniform. I want to say Earth Sphere. I want to say Earth Federation or Earth Sphere Federation. I'm not sure. Um, Here is the one that comes with the Sword Strike. It's Kira Yamato in his civilian clothes. Pretty nice. And finally, the one that comes with the Launcher Strike, which is Kira Yamato in his spacesuit, and it's actually got a separate little backpack for the, I believe, thing that the little jetpack doohickey that branches out in an odd way. I don't know. But yeah, they do come with 3 different figures. If you're into painting these, you will have 3 slightly different figures to display. They would be even more different if you painted them up, which I may actually do. I'm going to keep them. I'm not going to trash them or anything, so I'll have them if I ever decide to. Um, Now, parts. Now, let's go into the plates. First I gotta put this down and move these. Let's go into the base plates that you get with all of them. You get your A plate, which has yellow, blue, red, and clear pink for the beam sabers, which all 3 of them do come with. I'll get into that later. Now for the, I think this is the B plate. No, that's the D plate, darn it. You have 2 B plates, all white. C plate, C plate, C plate. I'll get to the C plate last. You have 2 D plates in gray. And is this ABS? PS plastic. You have an E plate in gray. And that's it for all of them. Now the reason I skipped over C is because there is a slight variation for it. If you have the Ale Strike, now these are both the same plate, but you can see there's this part missing. That is actually the base part in there, the white part of the Ale Strike, which is also the same part from here, that gray part. And this is also up in the air for some stupid reason. Okay, but yeah. And if you do have the Gale Strike or this guy, the I don't know what I'm calling him yet. I'm not totally sure on it. You can swap the packs. Now, being a mobile suit with 3 different variations. Oh, first off, polycaps. You get this standard polycap thing. I only used one for the 3 models so far. Like building all the packs, one of the mobile suit. They could have gotten all 3 packs and the mobile suit into one box with only one polycap tree, which is another indication that they could have done it without too much extra expense, but just didn't because they wanted us to buy 3 models. Now, let's go into the individual forms. For the Ale Strike, you get the F plate and the G plate here. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then for the Sword Strike, you get the I plate here. F, G, I think they have an A. Yeah, it's G and H for the Ale Strike. G and H, isn't it? There's no H, apparently. Hang on. Oh, they left out a few plates. Okay, so you get I and J here, missing H. And then you get plates K and L here. Wait, I have an idea. I have sort of a suspicion. M2. H1, yes. So the figure of Kiriyamato in his Federation uniform is plate H. So yeah. Now you do have M1 and M2 for the other 2 figures. So K, L, M. So you do have plates A through M for the 3 of them. Now, if they would do that perfectly with all of them released at once, like all of them in one pack in 1/100, that would be awesome. They never did, so you're going to have to buy the 3. If you're a fan of the Strike like I am, the Strike is one of my favorite Gundams because of the whole Armored Schneider. I like the Armored Schneiders because they're so different. I don't think any other Gundam has knives. Okay, first let's get into the accessories that all of the Strikes have. Now, I'm probably going to do this in a 2-parter, but I'm going to get through all the accessories that just this guy has. Then in the next part, I'll get into the special accessories for each version. First off, you see the shield. The shield actually has a very nice mounting mechanism. I'll pop this off. Now, if you look at the arm, it's got a handle that's in the hand. Unlike the 1/144th scale, the handle does not fold down, which is kind of a disappointment. Kind of a step back, actually, so yeah, not very good. But if you look at, I'm going to pull the handle off, which it can be replaced on either of 2 other locations on there, but it doesn't really need to be in the hand. You see there are 3 holes in there. You could put it in this hole, or this hole, and it'll work. Now, there are no decals and no paint on this shield. There's only 2 decals. Well, 3, because the eyes are 2 pieces. 3 decals on the whole model kit of just the Strike. The two for the eyes and 1 for the forehead. So, really good in that department. The shield is really nice. It has sort of a solid feel to it, a bit heavy. And it comes across as looking just like the anime, perfectly in color and stuff. And if you look at the arm mount, you have a side mount for it to go on the side, like so. There. Or you can have it on the back to get it out of the way. However, this mount mechanism actually has a double function, which I'll get to in the second part. Now, also with all of the models, you do get the beam sabers, even though they don't mount anywhere on the sword or the launcher packs. But you do get them, which is great for people like me who got an incomplete Gale Strike, because I do now have beam sabers for him. I also have open armored Schneiders, which, by the way, is a good segue into the opened armored Schneiders. You do get 2 of those. They're nice. They look just like the armored Schneiders from the show. Now, you can't store those specifically in the side skirts. However, if you open up the side skirts, you will reveal there are armored Schneiders stored in there, which he cannot hold. I tried. But yeah. Now, this guy is great in terms of detail and articulation. Oh, how could I forget? Sorry. The last accessory he has is his trusty beam rifle. Now, he's great in terms of articulation. His elbow joint is a little over 90 on one bend point. He's got rotation here. Shoulder joint there. 360 rotation at the shoulder. His side skirts move out so he can get his leg out more. He's got forward, backward, ball jointed articulation at the knee, or at the hip. Knee joints, double knee joint that goes this far. Ankles that go out pretty far, in pretty far, forward and back at another joint. And they've got sort of a... The ankle guards also move, and yeah, it's really nice. It's a good amount of articulation for a model kit of this size and this grade. Now I'm gonna pull that down a little more. Yeah, seeing as I'm at 12 minutes and 1 second, I'm going to get this guy stripped down to his bare necessities, and you'll see me at the next one. Which all that entails is changing the hand, really, because you don't use the beam rifle holding hand for any other versions, for any other weapons, really, because they're all held in... The only other weapon that's held in this hand is the sword, which we'll get to in the next part. And yes, I know you can see the L striker back here. But just from my standpoint, I'm glad I bought these 3. Yeah, they're really nice. They're nice models. They're nice things. And you could make them look even better if you had a little bit of a... If you had some paint and some patience. Okay, so this has been Galactic Marine 501/jexamwolfexia. I'll see you at the next review, which is going to be